Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Magic Boomer podcast. We are back after a quite a few month hiatus. I think like November was like our last episode. I don't think we recorded because you were moving, and then life. Uh,
Holidays,
yeah. So
moving, yeah.
it's been a minute, but we're back, which is great. Today
For
I
those who
have
missed us,
for
thank
those
you.
for the 8 viewers. Uh,
Let's go.
we'll be going over our 2025 thoughts when we were a little late, but I think year end list should come after the end of the year, not before. Hot take.
I agree.
Um, 2026, what we're looking forward to. Thoughts on Lorwyn Eclipse, the Pro Tour. That's tomorrow at the time of recording, which I used those being with MagicCons, and it's just not. It's just a standalone PT. So that was I just saw Jim Davis post on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, there's a PT. Cool.
Yeah.
Um, Surprise. So yeah, Alex, welcome back. How you doing? How's the move?
Good. Yeah, we have moved from Georgia to the middle of nowhere, Kentucky. Even if I told you where in Kentucky, you could still not find us, but there are mountains. It's very pretty, but it's really cold. And you'll see this background for maybe the next, I don't know, 5 or 6 months. And then you'll see a new background when we finish the house, and we'll be there then. And I'll have a proper office and all that. And it's going to be great.
Yep.
So this is sort of like this. I'm calling this my purgatory season, if you will.
Listen, it's fine. We'll get you. We got your mic figured out. Then we just have to get your lighting figured out, and then we'll be all good. That's not. Listen, you gotta listen. I got. You. I know a guy. My lighting designer, my buddy with his master's MFA in lighting, helped me get this kind of tuned. I need to move one of my stick lights over to my other side.
That's
Other
that's what
side.
I need. I need some ring lights. I need like one of those like umbrella light thingies. Like
I
it's a whole thing.
I have two square lights and I have a smart bulb on a figure shelf behind the apothecary behind me, so that's how I get the ring above me. And then I have two stick lights. But this is not the lighting
Eh.
podcast. So let's get into our thoughts on 2025 for Magic. Honestly, I think it was like a pretty okay year. A lot of ups and downs. You started
Hmm.
out kind of mid with, I think Ravnica Remastered was in January of last year, and then Aether
God, was
Drift.
that January? There's no way.
Was it
That
Ravnica
can't
or
be right.
Innistrad? It was one of them. It might have been
One of
Innistrad
those
Remastered.
things.
Um, I think it was Innistrad Remastered, not Ravnica. It was Innistrad.
In
Um,
2025. Hold on.
I know you don't believe me.
It was Innistrad Remastered. So
Mastered
there we go.
Innistrad. So we had Innistrad Remastered, and we had Aether Drift into. I should have actually pulled these up. Oh, oops.
Yeah, we had Aether
20.
Drift. We had Edge of Eternities.
Yeah, I just want to see
Um,
the roadmap here.
Avatar.
Okay.
Tarkir was last year.
Yeah. So we had Aether Drift for standard, which that was a fine set. I didn't really like the limited format all that much. It
No
was
thanks.
fine.
hard,
Yeah.
hard pass.
Tarkir was next. That was that was like pretty good. I enjoyed that limited until it kind of felt like it devolved into like a two deck format. I know Circovitz was on talking about it and he disagreed a little bit, but that was at least my feeling. Like, I'm not, a limited goat or anything, but uh, it was fine. I got like a good number of drafts in. Final Fantasy is an absolute home run, one of the best
The
limited
goat.
formats. I think,
The absolute goat.
yeah, easily top five limited formats of all time. Like,
I was going to say so. Yeah, 100%.
bar not like it was the best limited in recent years. I would argue.
Ooh,
Duskmourn and
yeah,
this, I
that's.
think, were top or like comfortably top two.
Duskmourn did have a lot of redeeming features once I got past the overall aesthetic of the set. I was rather impressed with just how the set functioned.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, you can't hold a candle to Final Fantasy. Just
yeah. Final. It was such a good
far and
set.
away.
Edge of Eternities limited was fine. I had like a pretty good run in it. It was not bad, but definitely not my favorite. I would say it's like
Wasn't mine. Yeah.
if like C's average. I give it like a C plus B minus. Not a bad thing,
It's
but
fair. Yeah.
not a set I'm like itching to go back to.
Yeah.
And then we had Spider-Man, which I think I did 2 drafts and said, "Nah, I'm good, fam." Um,
0.
it was awful. And then we had Avatar, which I actually got quite a few drafts in. Set I really did enjoy the limited of it. I think Final Fantasy was just better. Um,
Yeah, Avatar was still great though. Like
yeah,
easily, if you're gonna, if you know, if you, to give, to rank them, it's easily Final Fantasy, Avatar, than everything else by a wide margin. And I think you can even make an argument for having Avatar in top 10 of the past 10 years or so. Like
it,
it's up there for me.
yeah. Tarkir's pretty close to Avatar for me. Um, but they're both really good. But Final Fantasy was like it didn't hold a candle to like nothing held a
Yeah,
candle to Final
far and away.
Fantasy.
And I finally got to draft it in paper before I left Georgia. No, it was a sealed deck actually. I'm sorry, and had just the most fun. Like it just felt so good sitting out those cards for once and getting to play with them, and it won me one of the full art unit promos. So I have no complaints.
Yeah,
But yeah, just you know, good memories of that set, and
yeah.
I would love to go back to it.
Um, then coming out, we have the first set of the year already. We have Kat. I need you. You're gonna start say hi to the podcast.
Cat set.
Um,
Cats, the set. Universes Beyond Cats.
oh god,
Jellicles.
my wife would love that. Um, it's like Bloomborough but with cats. No. We have Lorwyn Eclipse is the first set, and I guess we can briefly give our thoughts. So I went to pre-release, lost to my friend in the finals. Um, I messaged my buddy Wes and my buddy Bongo. I said, "Hey, you guys are still coming to pre-release, right?" They live in Tampa, which is like 2 hours from me. They did not say they were coming. I just said that and hoped to gaslight them, and they said, "Sure." So they came. Um, I love having one unemployed friend and one friend who's a golden retriever of a human being. Um, lost to Wes in the finals. Played Rakdos Goblins. I had a really good like elemental deck, I think also, but I've noticed a pre-release if you can just go faster, like you can just win games if you're able to just
Yes.
like go like at pre-release
100%.
specifically. Like I
Yeah.
just have success with aggro, so I was like, let's just play. I had 2 of the uncommon Behold Goblins, the 1 mana 2/1s.
Oh,
That
so
when they
playable,
die,
yeah.
they remove Bog Tosser, Curse Catcher, or some awful name. Um,
I've given up on trying to be able to name the cards in this set and simply by that's the 4 in a red 4/4 that does XYZ.
yeah.
I
So
cannot with these names.
I had 2 of the goblins that get +2/+0 for each goblin you control, each other goblin. All my removal is black, so I went 2-1. I did have one guy. Quick story time. So there were 2 people one I played against and one was sitting next to the guy I played against, and I was listening to their conversation. One of the guys says he doesn't like playing 17 lands in sealed because it's too many lands, and he'll only play 17 lands if he's playing landfall.
Which there is no landfall in this set, but
Nope. And he was on like
but
14 lands, and the demonic tutor enchantment, the 2 and a black can't get players can't gain life or draw cards, and then just search your library. Each player.
oh, oh no.
He was on that, and my friend thankfully won that match. I'm like, thank God.
Oh my
Because the
god.
card is not good. Not to flame
No,
players.
it is
Listen,
not.
it's pre-release. If you want to play it, go for it.
Yeah,
Um,
play your
and I
dumb
tried.
cards,
I was
but
like, hey, no, you probably should do like 17 lands. I'm like, there's a reason it's the suggested amount. Um,
yeah.
if you're especially on pre-release, unless I've done a lot of limited, like a lot of drafts on Arena or uh something with like prior to going to a sealed event, I'm not deviating from 17 lands.
No.
Generally
Even if
speaking,
I sat down and knew the set, I wouldn't be comfortable doing that unless I opened up a very specific set of cards for sealed. And in this format, it's like there's no telling what you're gonna open, and
yeah.
there's
Um,
yeah, I'll get to
yeah.
that.
And then the other guy who I played, was like 40 cards isn't enough to win a game, so he was on like 55 or 60 somehow.
I
Um,
respect that. I respect the hell out of
but he
that.
started mana weaving in front of me to shuffle. He didn't play a lot, so I don't think he realized what he was doing. Like
Hmm.
I truly don't think it was a malicious thing. But he's sitting there going land creature before he shuffles. I'm like, hey, I'm like, what are you
Oh,
doing,
has I
bud?
been doing it right?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm making sure I don't hit a land pocket, like you make sure my lands and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, that's mana weaving. You cannot do that.
Oh,
He's like, well, I do this and I shuffle 4 times. I'm like, shuffling 4 times is also not enough if you're doing this. Um,
yeah. It's
I'm
really
like, and I'm
how
like,
you're shuffling.
and he you know did a riffle, but I'm like, if you're even if you're doing this 4 times, that's like the I wish I had a thing of cards on me, my proxies.
Well, yeah. What is the number? Is it? I think it's 7 times to properly and sufficiently randomize a deck of magic cards by doing an overhand kind of
Yeah.
riffle shuffle action.
Um, so he did his normal, and then when he went to cut, I did pick up his deck and shuffle it. um,
Oh, jeez.
not to be that guy. Listen, I don't mind like it's pre-release. I'm chill if you're. We had someone who was playing with no sleeves and a double face card, and we're like, okay, cool. Here's a
Who
checklist card.
cares?
Like, here's a
Yeah,
checklist card.
yeah,
This is why you do it. I didn't see anything. Don't worry about it. But when you're doing that, I'm gonna be like, listen, that's cheating. And I'm
yeah,
not saying it was malicious. I'm not mad at him for it. Just a funny story I wanted to share of like a newer player or someone who's doesn't play as
yeah.
much, not realizing that you can't do that.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's a really good opportunity to show them the correct way of doing it because if they have a positive experience at pre-release, I am inclined to believe that they are more likely to come back and play in a regular sanctioned event like a draft or a
yeah,
sealed event or even maybe standard. Like pre-release is where you start playing Magic for the most part, and then as long as things go good there, you're just fuel the jet off the runway, good to go.
yeah. So I honestly, it was like I ended up winning. I don't think I should have. I think he misplayed. He had the Worm Harvest rare.
Oof.
Um, and I'm like, he could have just started pumping out like just 1/1 worms just to like overrun me, and he just wasn't using that effect. Um, so I got away with a win that I probably shouldn't have, despite him having like a 60 card deck. I had like one rare in my red black pool, and games were our first game took so long. I didn't want to play a control deck in game three. Because we had like 10 minutes on the clock, and I'm like, I'm not playing 3-color Teamer Slop. um, or I called it Creamer because I had one white splash. I had the giant
Oh God.
that gave life flying and lifelink and then cast stuff. Um, but yeah, it was a fun pre-release. Uh, I've done 3 drafts and I'm okay. I'm good on the set, which is sucks. Like I really like Lorwyn. I feel like this was a set that could have definitely benefited from um multiple multiple sets to like grow like build on it.
Yeah, that's kind of
I
my feeling as well.
I'm like yeah I'm not liking this trend and in Strixhaven we'll get into it. I mean I'm not as concerned about Strixhaven because I think original Strixhaven was considered a very good format. I didn't play as much of it, but I
Yes,
heard good things about it.
super great, super great.
This more like 5 archetypes in a limited format that I feel like we've had in the
Yeah,
like in the last few sets between like Spider-Man, Avatar had multiple, but like Black had no fire bending or no had no
yeah.
bending with it, so you were in oh I've I don't know how I feel about like having these like kindred. I don't know how I like these kindred archetypes in limited. And
They
maybe
they
maybe in like 3 weeks the format will be wide open and we'll see something where we're like, oh, this is actually like you can build a synergistic deck. People just had to learn the format. Um,
yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much where you are right now. I didn't go to pre-release, just didn't have the time. But I'm in the same boat as you. I think I'm 4 or 5 drafts in at this point, and I don't know how I did this, but there was enough of a gap between the pre-release drafts I did on Arena and the drafts I've done in the past couple of hours, where it's like I forgot everything. It was a really weird sort of, I guess, old man moment where I was messaging in the group chat saying, there are cards in here that do more things than I thought. Like they just do so
yeah,
much. and I think that's what, like, I've identified a couple problems. At least I have, just very very kind of sort of like surface level, and like you hit on the tribal thing, or the kindred thing is incredibly problematic when you've only got five, but you have 10 color pairs in the set.
Yeah.
And it's really strange to see, there's the eclipse cycle of creatures, which is, it's a triple or double hybrid color. So there's the green white one, the black green one, and they go and get a creature type that matches the kindred, or a land of either color pair. So if you
Yep.
get like the Golgari one, it gets an elf, a swamp, or a forest. There's only five of those, and so you're missing the fairy one. You're missing the
Uh,
one for
Giants, I
yeah,
think.
like yeah, it's a really weird balance where we have a mix of the allied and enemy colored pairs in this set,
Yep.
which isn't an issue or anything like that. The set I think is well designed for what it is, but when you don't have, like, there's no dedicated fairy deck, which just seems
Yeah.
like a really big miss, because fairies was what Lorwyn was about. Um, and so, like, that's an issue for me. It's an incredibly board centric set as well. Like,
Yes. Very
everything
grindy.
is on the board. When you're passing the turn and your opponent can do, like, okay, I'm going to tap these things on your end step. If I've got Springleaf Drum and I've got 15 things that'll have a tap effect, I'm going to gain a life. I'm going to make a 1/1 flyer. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. There's so many things going on that the board just slogs out as both players are trying to jockey for position, and then the attrition piece happens because of that. And then the only way the games actually end up winning is if you have some card in your deck that makes the rest of your opponent's cards completely pointless.
Yeah.
There's the mythic artifact, the 6-drop one that gives a creature type of your choice +2/+2 for strike and
Mm,
trample, and it draws you a card and you cast. You can't beat that thing if they're in a coherently built kindred deck. I played against a guy who had it in his elemental deck with
yeah. And just
four other rare elementals, and I just said, "Okay, cool,
yep. I'll
you
call it
got
there.
me, bro." The
Yeah.
board stalled out, and then it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's really frustrating.
I think I sent you the group the picture, but my first draft was green white Kithkin, and
Hmm.
I got that uncommon enchantment. It's just like 5 mana, make a 1/1 Kithkin.
Yeah, the
I
the Chan
won.
Clan Festival.
Yeah, I won so many
Love
games
that
with that
card.
where the boards just kind of stall, and I'm like, make a 1/1, and then you have the
Make a
thing that
1/1.
surveils whenever a creature enters.
Yeah,
So you're like, okay, cool, make a 1/1 surveil. It's a land, don't need it. Graveyard, surveil.
yeah.
Oh, it's a good creature. Keep it. Play a creature. Say go.
Make a
And
1/1.
like, I had two of the it's like a 4 mana 2/4 when it enters. Creatures you control get +1/+0 if it's a Kithkin, give it first strike.
Yeah,
I would just grow my board big enough through a stall, and then I would just slam that and be like, you have no good blocks. Or I just have lethal now because I have
yeah.
15 1/1s and you have 8 blockers.
Yeah,
Um,
and the enchantment you talk about, the Chan Clan and Festival, I think is what it's called.
yeah,
One of those cards that I did not remember that it made two 1/1s.
yeah,
If
on
that card came
enters.
out 5 years ago, it would be 1/1/1,
And it's a
and the
Kithkin,
active ability would be, and it's itself a Kithkin. Like, there's
which I
so
also,
much
which I forgot.
stapled on top of every single card. Yeah, everything triggers everything.
Yeah, it's Springleaf Drum is like really good with Merfolk. I did a Merfolk deck. I went 6-3. I was attacking with the 1/3 with Vigilance, and I kept tapping the flying creature. And I realized at the end of the game, I'm like, I could have just been attacking with the flying creature because I had the 1/2 that when you tap it, gain life. So I could have swung
Oh
with both.
no.
The flying creature still triggers, so I give my unblockable Vigilance creature +2/+0, and then I tap my
Mhm.
other Merfolk to give my Vigilance creature unblockable, and then I gain 2 life. And it was just like, oh, that was on board. I missed it for like 3 or 4 turns. Um,
Yeah,
but I still won because turns out of 3/3 unblockable vigilance creature is like very good.
good,
Um,
pretty good.
yeah. And then the other draft I did, it was Merfolk, it was Kithkin. Oh, elves. I did green black elves and went 6/3. I got
Nice.
Tristan, who is the flip one where he exiles,
Yep.
and uh card was great. I gained a lot of life, killed a lot of people with just kind of an overwhelming board advantage. I'd go fast early, and then I would just kind of use any drain effects to like close the game out. The 1/1 Death Touch Lifelink, 1/1 Death Touch Elf with Soul Sisters text at uncommon
That's
is
ridiculous. Yeah.
unreal. I lost to sub elemental decks, which there were some that I'm just like, what am I gonna do? Like, you play them and you're just like, I okay, cool.
Yeah. That's what
And that's
what
okay.
I've
Like,
noticed.
it
Like
happens, but
to,
it's
to
Magic.
clearly, yeah, like to clearly rank the tribe, the kindred tribes. It's so hard because I know one word is not the right word to use here. To
Yeah, it's fine.
rank the kindred groupings, I put blue white merfolk very much at the top. It's the deck that can survive off of having maybe one or two key uncommons and then just the rest of the support around it and all the commons that are just really good because when you turn them sideways, they do something.
Yeah,
And then I put the elves deck beneath it because that one really does need more of its uncommons to come together. Goblins still very much in the same vein. I need a lot of those key uncommons to the deck to do a thing. I don't like the kit, the not the Kithkin deck, the Giants deck. I don't think it actually exists. There's just if you can't go fast enough, you're not going to win. And then to my chagrin, Elementals is all the way down at the bottom because so much needs to go right. But when it does, it's so freaking cool.
so I'm looking at 17 lands. Golgari is the highest win rate. Um,
I buy that. Yeah, yeah.
at
Good
58,
removal.
58.8. Um, Merfolk's at 56.4. Kithkin's actually at 57. So if we're looking at just win rates, um, Kithkin is doing better than Merfolk. This isn't good analysis to be super. This is like I'm just looking at like straight win rate across all users.
Yeah.
Um, and Elementals is doing really good. Elementals is at 56, 55.8
Hell yeah.
over
Let's go.
11,800 games. For some reason, there's some group of people playing Gruul, and it's a super small sample size. It's 500 games with a 55.4% win rate. So I'm curious what's happening there. Um,
Big creature
it's
can
just
sometimes go punch.
it's just funny to see it. You're like, huh.
It,
Fairies like Dimir is just 50.3% win rate.
yeah.
White Black is a 50.3%. Simic is a 50.4. Red White it's 51.2. So it's like very clear delineation of like what you're supposed to be building and then what the other
Yeah,
options
be in a
are.
color pair. I've
Ele-
seen minor amounts of splashing here and there, but even that, I don't know that I would recommend that wholly, unless you
yeah,
just have the bombest bomb impossible. Like my blue white Merfolk deck had Ashling's Command in it. How can I not put Ashling's Command when it comes with pack 3? I'm just taking it. I
yeah,
had the lands for it. I
and
had to take it.
and it's also interesting seeing elementals do so well when it is definitely not one of the like core archetypes like of the wait is it am I stupid
It definitely is one
it
of the core
is
archetypes for
it
the
is right
set.
okay I don't
Yeah,
know why I thought it wasn't
it just takes a lot to go right is the problem. Like all of your good cards are in that 3 to 5 mana value range, and so you need the cheap stuff to get you to that point. And at least in the limited experience I've had so far playing the deck, you've got to have early board presence, or you just get run over. Because by the time that you're trying to tap out for your 4 mana elemental dude, they're just going to go, okay, cool, kill it, bounce it, go around it, and then you look like a fool. So
yeah sorry Ashling's Command is the most winning rare in the set
not surprising. Draw
it's
2
pretty
treasures, pyroclasm, and a clone effect at instant speed.
yeah it's at 67 and then Gloom Ripper which is the elf assassin rares at 66.6 nice um
I buy that.
and yeah I mean I'm gonna play more of the format. I'm gonna give it another um few looks but it's telling when you have some of the most winning cards be a uncommon merfolk and an
Yeah,
uncommon elf
yeah.
um
Deep Channel Duelist, and then which one
eclipsed
is the
elf
elf that I'm thinking? Eclipsed Elf. Yeah. Well, all of the Eclipsed cards are well within the A plus tier range as
yeah
far as I'm convinced for the
yeah they're
set.
all between A minus and A like The
Yeah.
Eclipsed Flamekin is, I think, Eclipsed Bogart is the worst. The Eclipsed Goblin is the worst at like a 58.9% win rate. Um,
Yeah.
and the rest are all like pretty good. So
Yeah.
if you
It is
open the
just
red,
so much.
yeah,
That's what blows my mind about those the Eclipse cards is to find three distinctly different things. The chances of you missing are I don't know. I can't do the math off my head, but it's going to be very, very low.
yeah. One card I was surprised with how underwhelmed I was with it was I opened in a Johnny Outland Chaperone in my first draft, pack one, pick one,
Oh,
and
nice.
that card did nothing. It could have just been matchup. It made its 1/1 and then it just got killed by a flyer or some trick, and I just could not keep it around. Like I would bring it back, plus it, and then it would just die to some trick. And I'm just like, I can't tell if I'm stupid and bad at Magic, or if this is just like a mediocre planeswalker that looks like it should be way better. But 4 damage to a tap creature, weirdly enough, is not enough this set in a lot of situations.
No, it's not. It definitely isn't.
Um, it's
I mean,
just
it comes down
shaky.
early enough to be a threat, and so if it just continuously just pluses every single turn and your opponent has to commit resources to it, that's in and itself a good enough planeswalker. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you play it and your opponent's got
Oh, sorry.
the flyer that scries when it, or that surveils when it comes into play, and it's a 3/3 and just pops it, like it's embarrassing, honestly.
Yeah. Um, so overall, I think Lorwyn is. We haven't get to the rest of the sets yet. This will continue on here. All I have to say, Lorwyn's like fine limited. I'm excited to see what the pros do with it tomorrow. Um,
Yeah.
see what kind of if maybe there's some archetype like in Wilds of Eldraine where like blue white came out of nowhere from the PT, where people were just drafting it wrong. So I'm hoping maybe black white blight is just being drafted wrong, and you're actually like not supposed to care about tree folk, and you're just like you're going black white goblins, or like maybe there's like some archetype that we're not seeing, um, which
Yeah,
just happens sometimes, right? Like as people learn the format, like
it certainly does, but I think it's less likely to happen in this instance when the set is so kind of just there. It's so signposty. It's really hard. I mean, and kudos to the designers if they manage to pull this off, and for the players who can draft these way out of left field decks. But the set is very much just it kind of gives itself to you on a plate, and to try and go off the rails. I don't think you're setting yourself up for success in a set like this.
yeah. I'm also sad that Goatnap isn't better. I thought Goatnap would actually be pretty cracked because of all the changelings. Um,
Oh yeah,
but it's just not doing good, and I'm really sad. I really want to
yeah.
steal someone's trample that 4/2 red green changeling with Goatnap and then just crack him in for 7. Um, how is that
Now,
doing? Actually, I'm curious. It's like one of my favorite changelings, and he's fine. I love that card. That card has won me games. Um,
the changeling that I did not give enough credit to. It's the clone changeling, um,
yes,
the three blue omni
Omni
changeling.
changeling.
Holy cow!
Yep,
Like that
card's pretty
card is
good.
not okay. That card's not okay.
Yeah, card's pretty good. But for the next set coming out is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which if you didn't see the news somehow, all the rares and mythics got spoiled at Lore and pre-release, and then
Not
Wizards just
all of them, just a
no.
majority of them.
I
I think
thought
it was
all
like
of
I
I
think it
th-
was like 30 different cards got spoiled.
I thought Wizards said all of them got spoiled across the internet, so they just put them all up. Like enough of them
Oh,
were
all right,
opened.
cool.
But then Wizards said, okay, fine, here all of them. Um,
Ah, I guess
s-
if you're
yeah,
gonna lose gracefully.
yeah. So from what I've seen, I'm I'm bummed it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set because some of the cards mechanically seem so cool, and I just wish I cared more about it as a UB, or I wish it wasn't UB because I do love some of these cards,
Yeah,
and I'm just a little taken aback from them being turtles, which might be just my own problem.
yeah. It's when I the more I started seeing the set, um, I think. we could have easily done another Return to Kamigawa and just reskinned this whole thing to just be Kamigawa instead of Ninja Turtles. It's so
Yeah.
close. Like, there's ninjas, yes, cool. There's vehicles, yes. I mean, just do more Kamigawa. Kamigawa was great.
You
Just
can have
do more of that.
instead of mutagen, you can have like Phyrexian oil that's left over from the invasion. Um,
Perfect. Perfect. Where's Wizards? I want my freelance checks for this. This is good
yeah,
design right
seriously.
now.
Um, but I mean, like looking at it, you have like the ooze, which is like it's an artifact that puts scares about a lot of like counter synergy in this set. Um, Also notably, it's kind of funny. A lot of avatars, or more
Yeah.
than I would expect. There's 5, which I guess is not that many, but like that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything in Avatar cares specifically about avatars, but it's a thing that we have more
I
of.
don't believe they did. Yeah, and
Um,
that's like the biggest problem with Ninja Turtles as a property in my mind. I'm sure there are younger fans who have kept up with the newer cartoons, and they've been a couple of movies recently. But two, what I have to assume is your average Magic fan in this sort of like 30 to, or let me be more generous, like 18. That's way too generous. Our age. That's what I'm trying to get to. Our demographic without actually
yep,
saying how old we are.
I'm
I
30. I
grew
don't
up
care.
with the 37 baby. Let's go. I grew up with the 90s cartoon and then the
Yep,
live action movies. And so there was a core group of characters that I know. I know the Turtles. I know Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, Donatello. I know Splinter. I know April. I know Casey Jones. I know Krang. I know Shredder, Bebop and Rocksteady, and a couple of the other ancillary villains of the week, like Baxter Stockman and the Mouser chaser thingies. There's so many characters in this that I look at it and go, I don't know if that's a Ninja Turtle character. I mean, there's this Kitsune Fox avatar. I don't know who the prehistoric pet who that's supposed to be. Who is Agent Bishop, the Man in Black? I don't know who any of these people are. Renette,
yeah.
Temporal Apprentice, Mondo Gecko. Who are these people?
Okay, well
It's
listen, prehistoric pet's cute. That's a cute.
oh,
Okay,
I'm not. It's cute as heck, but I don't know what that's supposed to be.
no,
Like,
but
why
I
are there
love that.
dinosaurs?
There's a
They're
lot of
turtles, not
dinosaurs.
dinosaurs.
There
Well,
are a
I mean,
lot.
yeah,
There are a lot of
but again,
dinosaurs. Huh.
Ninja Turtles. Why are there dinosaurs? Like
Yeah.
Armagod or Armagon, Future Shark. He's legendary. He must be important. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I also
But yeah, a lot of avatars.
a lot of avatars, a lot of counter synergy. The there's the splinters technique. I guess I should have said spoilers before this, but who cares?
Yes.
Um, so there's like a detutor with sneak in the set, which is probably
Yep.
mid. I feel like that card people are gonna overhype the card and it's gonna be like not playable in standard. Um,
Yeah.
I do like that they have just they have a Johnny's Pride mate in legendary with sneak.
Yep.
The
Pretty solid.
Leonardo cutting ed is just like literally just gain life, put a counter on it with sneak, and
Yep.
it has lifelink, which I guess is also very relevant because
Yes.
it comes in as a 2/2 when you sneak it in for 1 white. Um, yeah, I think it'll be like the set does look good, which is like mechanically it does look pretty cool, which
Yeah.
is I don't want to say I'm bummed, but it's at least a step up from Spider-Man, seemingly,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm not
Um,
convinced yet. At least you don't have the same licensing problem where these cards can't
yes.
exist on Arena, and I have to learn two very distinct card names.
Yeah, I
But
think it'll have the issue of maybe not being flavorful like Spider-Man some of the cards. But then you have cards this is just I hate I don't say I hate lazy design, but I hate when you have a card just turtle power and your turtles just get +2/+2. It has
yeah,
flash. It could have sneak, which is kind of counterintuitive because you want to like keep your turtles out. But like
yeah,
it could do anything else instead of it being literally just here's a Flash anthem
Yeah.
for Turtles. You're like, oh, cool, sick. What if you had like
Yeah, I
Turtles get exalted and you have one
yeah,
turtle
yeah.
attack and then it, or I don't know, maybe not exalted. Anything else?
Anything
Just
else, yeah.
this just feels so bring back banding. Turtles get banding, cowards.
Turtles banding. Yeah, I think my biggest issue with the set from just like design standpoint is all of the characters get their own cards. So like there's I think there's at least a rare and a mythic of each Ninja Turtle.
Yep.
But then there's also the team up cards where it's two turtles or like Krang and Shredder on a card themselves. And I'm trying to find all of them, but like you've got multiple pairings of each two turtles. So you have Mikey and Leo, Chaos and Order. You have Mikey and Don, Party Planners. I mean, it's cool because I like to see the fact that the four brothers interact with each other in different ways, but that again highlights the fact that this is a relatively limited um, sort
Card
of
pool or like
yeah,
inspirational pool or
yeah. I've only got so many
material.
colors to work with. Exactly. I only have so many colors to work with, so I have to start repeating things. And so we do get another 43 Spider-Man, only, it's not that exaggerated here, but it's another issue that we're gonna have with these IP sets that
Yeah.
you've got to fill things out and you eventually run out of characters because you've already put in the five avatars.
Yeah. And I truly think what happened, and there's no proof for this, is they realized for Spider-Man they have to make it draftable. And they're like, well, okay, we'll do that with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They had Commander deck slated for the set, and they said, fine, we'll make it standard. Cut the decks, redesigned some of the cards for standard, or just left them because
Mm,
if they're and then put everything else into one commander deck. And that's why we have a singular
I
commander
didn't buy
deck,
that.
and why we're probably gonna have a bunch of cards that you're like, this would be great in a precon, or this would be great. It I have a feeling it either started as a commander precon set, and then they said let's make it standard legal, or at some point in development they changed it from commander to standard legal. Um,
It's I can see that. I can follow that conspiracy theory.
yeah, just because I'm looking at some of these cards and I'm like, these are really cool in commander.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, you have
Yeah.
like Dark Leo and Shredder, which is a 1/3 attacking ninjas you control of Death Touch, which is just like a really cool line of text where
Yeah.
it really distance like it lets you get your sneaker ninjutsu in. Um, and then whatever deals damage, you make a 1/1 ninja token. Um, and then it's
That's
so
really
the
cool, but that sounds like a Kamigawa card to me.
yeah, I this how would you, that would be awful. Never mind. Let's continue. I had a I had a dog crap idea. What if we did cameos? What if we had like we had we went back to Kamigawa and then we had cameos of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like it was just like we're bringing this in universe, and then
Oh,
here's a cameo, like a
yeah.
factual cameo of them as like a in the set, and then those are
In
also
canon.
in can, and then those are the serialized
I'm okay
cards.
with that. Yeah, or heck, let's do what they did with Ixalan and the Jurassic World bonus sheet. Like,
Yeah,
at least it makes sense. The Ninja Turtles are fighting alongside the Ninja Foxes and the Ninja Monkeys of
yeah,
Kamigawa. Just like,
yeah,
and you can,
but
and like you said, put a Ninja Turtle in Kamigawa, so at least it makes some sense.
yeah. So, but it is what it is. We'll see how the set is. I'm not going to pre-release. I'm not planning on really drafting this set all that much. I'm sure I'll
Yeah,
pick up some cards for Canlander for like +1/+1 counters if I want to build that deck. Um, but otherwise, not a ton of interest. Then we go back to Strixhaven, and so we've seen some of the new cards from Lorwyn Eclipse. Some of the students from Strixhaven are in Lorwyn, which I
yep,
think is a great like world building thing.
yes,
That we get a
a
little
hundred
spoiler of
percent.
it, and it's like, oh, cool, Wizards is doing a good thing. So let's praise him for that. I think all of those cards, all of the students are cool.
Yeah,
I like that they're enemy colors. I like we have this ally color set. Now we've gone to an enemy color set.
Yep.
Um, Sucks for limited, but I don't. They're cool. Like Abigail's a cool card. The Sporos that doubles triggers.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, we won't have the issues that Lorwyn does because it is a five color or is a five color paired set for Strixhaven. The first Strixhaven worked so well because yes, you were incentivized to draft the colored pairs as they were presented by the different schools at the college, um, but you weren't so on rails. Like
yes,
yes, like the blue green deck was very counter driven, but it wasn't uncommon to splash a couple of black green cards in that deck. Like it all worked really well, and so I don't think we're going to have the issue of this on rails forced kindred deck building
yeah.
sort of um, theme
Issue,
that we
yeah.
have in
It's
in lore. Yeah, I call it an issue. Absolutely.
yeah. It's like the Bloomborough thing where it's like I loved Bloomborough draft, but like you kind of picked a lane and you just kind of did it. Um, and by the end, I was like just forcing raccoons because no one else was playing raccoons. So I was just like green red raccoons every game. Also, Strixhaven does have the. Uh, I'm assuming the lands are getting reprinted. We don't know, but I'm assuming the campuses. They're just the common lands from
Yeah, I
Strixhaven
would
that.
assume as much. Yeah,
So you have common fixing also, which is makes it
yeah,
easier to go Jeskai or go
yeah,
Abzan or whatever teamer. Like so you'll kind of like know that there's these different shards and wedges you can go.
yeah.
Um, the what's it called? The bonus sheets back. The mystical
I've
archives.
done that one. Yeah.
What and I think that was kind of the start of them doing this in limited of having this like guaranteed bonus sheet.
Uh, I think it was.
I think this
Yeah,
was the
it was.
first
Yeah, because
time
I ranted on it forever because it messed up historic so badly.
that yeah, that's right. So I think this is great. Like you get stock up at uncommon, which it needs a reprint really bad. It
Yeah.
is I bought one because I'm a sucker. Um, but buy high, never sell, as Mingu says.
There you go.
Um,
There you go.
so Mystical Archives are coming back, so I'm sure we'll get some much needed reprints of
Oh yeah.
whatever. Hopefully into the Flood Maw. If we have stock up, we can definitely have into the Flood Maw. Um, because
That just
stock up
seems so strange.
into the Flood Maw,
What mod? Well, I'm just thinking about like the spread of cards that we got last time. I mean, granted, there were some pretty. We had
Divine Gambit.
yeah, like Defiant Strike, Demonic Tutor. There's going to be a pretty huge delta between the good stuff and the bad stuff when you buy your collector packs.
Now listen, I will say into the Flood Maw is a cracked Magic card.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not, but it's just
Yeah, we'll see.
on balance.
Yeah, we'll see what we get. Like, I'm excited to see. We have all the face commanders spoiled, which I'm not going to go over in this video or like in this podcast. They're cool. Um,
Yep.
we have a card that has exponents now in Magic, which is just unbelievable. It is target player, so you can use it as a win con. A card is a commander slop. It is not like
Yes.
it at the point you have enough mana to make it really good, you probably have either infinite mana or you can do anything else.
Yes. Yeah. And if that's what you're deciding to do, cool.
Cool.
Good for you.
Yeah, my friend's like, bro, we can use it in Canlander. We can use Academy, and then we can use this to make our opponent draw their deck. I'm like, or we can Walking Ballista them and just kill them
Yeah. Yeah.
and not let them draw an out.
Exactly.
Now, if we're gonna do it with Shieldred or Hull Breacher, or Shieldred or Orcish Bowmasters, I'm in. And then I was thinking it'd be funny to use it with Hull Breacher in Canlander. Because they don't draw, you just basically ramp X. You just make enough. You make treasures equal to the exponent. Because Hull Breacher says whenever they would draw a card other than their first card.
Yeah, that seems pretty efficient, honestly.
Not good.
No.
But I'm looking forward to Strixhaven. It was a really good set. I think it'll be a great breath of fresh air. Not that I wish Lorwyn has great art, but I wish the set was better. Then we have Marvel Superheroes, which some of the pre-cons looked cool. I don't think we've gotten really that many new cards spoiled for it yet.
There's been a ton. I mean, not a lot, but I mean, in the past couple of weeks, we like what we have seen. as down as I was on this set, I am a little hyped now. Like,
I'll go to Mythic Spoiler. I just want to see like what, because I know like the precons. I think that
Mythic
one of
Spoiler doesn't have a lot of what's been spoiled yet, which is kind of annoying, honestly,
oh yeah, it doesn't.
because I was just looking at it, but I mean, you can like when it comes to these outside Magic IPs, you really want people who know the universe to design these sets. Clearly Final Fantasy had the right people on it to design the set. I think the Marvel set has that as well. I'm looking at Doctor Doom, for black black for a human scientist villain. It's a 3/3. It makes two 3/3 Doom bots, and then as long as you
Yeah,
control an artifact, creature, or a plan, whatever a plan is, I don't think we've seen any of those. Doctor Doom
yeah.
has indestructible, and at the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and lose a life.
We
If you know your
have
comics, a lot of this resonates, and it really works. The coming of Galactus, Helmet Zemo's here in the set,
yeah
World War
we
Hulk, for crying out loud.
yeah,
Some of
and
these cards are just nuts.
we did get a plan. It's just an enchantment subtype.
Oh yeah, Doom Reign Supreme. Yeah,
Supreme.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we have at least one plan. Um, I like. I will say it's a knock against like how Avatar and did their bonus sheet cards, but I will say the comic book art does work really well on cards
It really does
versus
here.
stills of a show.
Yeah,
Um, so I will give it that. I
yeah,
think
and a lot of them are annoyingly repurposed comic book covers. There's the Heroic Intervention reprint that uses one of the very early Avengers covers, and the way they've had to crop it to make it all fit, it looks really weird, and there's a lot of negative space on there that I don't like. But a majority of them work really well. The Horn of Greed
great. I
with
two
Doom. Yeah, the
the
Doom's what is it? Doom's Doctor Doom does as he pleases. The Horn of Doom, and he's like, God,
yeah,
can't even say
that's
it with a straight face. Some of
yeah,
it
it's so
really
good.
works. It really
Um,
works.
I mean, I like Lord of Atlantis. I like Dig Through Time. Um,
Yep.
I love that we're. It's funny we're getting all these new Merfolk cards, and then we're getting like Harbinger of the Sea, Lord of the Atlantis reprints,
Yeah.
and more Merfolks. Like we're we're probably gonna see a Merfolk standard deck between Lorwyn and
Oh, totally.
Marvel, which I also wonder if that's why they part of the reason, probably not, they pushed Lorwyn was it now is in rotation, I think, with Marvel. So you have all your Merfolk cards together,
Hmm.
and so when rotation happens, you
Yeah.
don't lose half a deck. Maybe,
Yeah.
probably not. I'm sure it's more complicated than that, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a thing to be aware of.
Yeah. The one thing I will say that I'm not a big fan of, just from the limited spoilers we've gotten so far, there are three Heroic Intervention reprints. Different art, but there's three versions of it.
In
One
Marvel?
of Hulk. Yeah, there's so
Yeah.
on Goldfish. Yeah, there's one of Hulk holding up the mountain before it crushes all the Avengers. I think this was Secret Wars. There's one of the Wasp saving Ant Man, and then the classic Avengers cover with the Avengers facing off against Loki. It's all heroic interventions, and I cannot believe that they decided to do that just so they
Yeah,
could fit in more
that's a
more
bit weird.
classic moments. It's really lazy if you ask me.
Let's sort by release date. Yeah, huh. That is weird. Don't
Yeah,
like that.
and I do want I might rain on some people's parades because I've had this feeling about this set since it was announced. There will, and this is so unrelated to anything to do with Magic, but if you are excited about the Marvel set because you think that Cyclops or any of your favorite X-Men are going to show up in this set, I'm sorry to break it to you, the X-Men will not be in this set. But then you say, "Hey Alex, but there's already been key art from packaging revealed that has Beast, that has Storm on it." I hate to break it to you, they've also been Avengers, and so this is going to be an Avengers focused set with like the Masters of Evil and the more Avengers centric villains. We are not going to get X-Men in this set. Cyclops, Phoenix, Professor Xavier, they're not going to be in this set.
Yeah, well, and we'll see. Like, and again, the every time I get hyped for this set, or I realize that it's gonna be different on Arena. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, like whatever. That's the biggest blunder Magic's had in a while.
Yeah, it really
So
is.
then so next we have The Hobbit, which I don't think we've had any spoilers for yet. Somehow, don't ask me how.
I had forgotten about that. I was having a good day.
Yeah, we'll see. We kind of talked about it a few months ago when this was like announced. TBD. Lord of the Rings was really good set. Hobbit might not have enough material.
Yeah, that's my big issue with it as well.
Then we get to the Reality Fracture, which I'm really hoping it's like a Shards of Alara like block.
Don't make me dream.
I'm really hoping it's like a Shards of Alara time spiral.
Take me back.
I'm
back
really
to Alara.
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's because we haven't been back, and it's like one of the most requested planes to go back to. And Mark said it's like this is one of the most requested places or like sets.
Yeah, Alara rules.
So I would love to be able to go back to Alara. I missed it. I just wasn't. I don't think I was. When did Alara come out? I don't think I was playing.
This was 2009. It's
it was a little bit before me.
Yeah.
I opened like
the very first booster boxes I ever opened was of Conflux. When I got back into the game, I got a cheap box of Conflux, and it was great. That's how I got my Noble Hierarchs back then, before they were $2 a piece.
I think they're back up there now.
Are they? I have original ones.
$10.
Yeah, not bad.
You have original Shards of Alara ones. Those are $11.
Yeah, they used to be a lot more.
Well, yeah, it's only one.
Night of the Reliquary.
Tarmogoyf.
Never had originals. I had original Modern Masters though.
At MagicCon I bought a Future Sight Goyf. I went out of my way to buy a Future Sight.
The correct one in my opinion.
The only actual Goyf to get. And my buddy's in Spain right now, and I'm like, if you see any Black Border foreign duels for less than $250 USD, tell me, I will Venmo you on the spot. So fingers crossed you can find some.
Would you like to hear my story about foreign Black Border duels?
Sure. Tell me, Grandpa.
One of the very few Legacy events I've ever played in, I was playing an Affinity deck. This was well before Affinity completely fell out of favor in Legacy. My round one opponent plays a I forget what language, but it was like foil Verdant Catacombs in a different language. He cracks it for a French Bayou. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it was French. He plays a Dark Ritual off of that, and then he casts a Vampire Nighthawk. That Vampire Nighthawk soloed my butt because I couldn't find anything to do.
God, I love old Magic sometimes. I need to play some pre-modern. I need to just live Vampire Nighthawk, my sweet, sweet child.
Vampire Nighthawk in Legacy, mind you. And then I got Pernicious Deeded in that same game.
Oh,
yeah, for zero, takes out my Moxes, my Artifact lands, my Memnites, my Ornithopters. It was a bad day.
Whose Moxes were you borrowing?
No, they were mine.
Oh, you had Moxen?
Mox Opals. Mox Opals.
Oh. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, baller.
I remember buying Mox Opals for $20.
I look back when I started playing Magic in Scars. I think I started playing right before Modern became a format, regularly, and I opened packs
a couple
of
years
Lorwyn.
after Scars. Then yeah.
And I remember buying Scars fat packs at the store with my buddy, and just cracking those. We spent $150 in high school on Scars fat packs. I have so many Horde Smelter Dragons.
It's good value now.
I think it was Horde Smelter Dragon. Was that Scars of Mirrodin?
Horde Smelter Dragon was awesome. That was the face card of the green red intro deck, and that thing could eat artifacts and get bigger and punch face. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was Scars of Mirrodin. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
it was the
yeah,
Fat Pack promo. I think.
yeah.
I think it was a. I have so many of them still. Um, where's I going with this? But I look back at dual land prices, and I'm like, when I didn't have expenses and I just had a job, I should have just been buying. I should have just bought my duels.
Uh
Should
huh.
have bought my Underground
Mm-hmm.
Seas. Should have just should have done it.
Yep. Because this is
Uh,
when because after I wanted to stop playing Affinity and build Splinter Twin, I traded my Mox Opals to buy Blood Moons and stuff like that to build Splinter Twin. Looking back now, you can tell me which one of those was a better decision.
yeah. No, how much was Underground Sea? Underground Sea, I mean, it was still expensive back in 2011. It's still $100, but it's cheaper than what it is now.
Yeah, that's
Um,
you know,
oh, sorry, that's for an unlimited. An unlimited was $100 back in the day. Um, a revised was still about the same 110
yeah.
versus 800 to 1,000. Like, I have duels. I now have 3 duels. Underground Sea is not going to be one of them. Um, it will. I want to pick up my
Would you
Savannah. I
like to
want.
know how much a Mox Opal? Yeah, would you like to know how much a Mox Opal is going for right now?
It's like a couple hundred, isn't it? Because of modern.
It's it is a near mint copy will set you back at minimum $180.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
wish I hadn't got rid of my Mox Opals. That's what I'm trying to say here, kids. Oh,
yeah.
get rid of the zero drop artifact that makes mana. Those will never be valuable again. Please.
Well, in your defense, you didn't think
Still get
Wisdom
those
of the.
blood moons though.
Yeah. Do you have the Blood Moons from the Dark?
Uh no, mine are from 8th edition.
Okay. Oh,
So
the
still pretty
Dark.
cool. Still pretty cool.
I did I. Oh, I don't want to get up. I Dungeon had someone traded in a big pauper collection, and someone had the Dust to Dust from the Dark, and I bought the playset. I was like, I don't care. I'm like, this is happening.
This is what people come to listen to this show for. Not for the card analysis, not for the introspection on limited formats. They come to hear us whine about prices of Magic cards and how much better things were back in 2009.
True.
That's what this show's for.
Now listen, Dust to Dust just needs a reprint. It's only been printed in the Dark and 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
but $6.77 each for a playset of black bordered Dust to Dust from the Dark with Drew Tucker art. Yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
I don't even play that
Yeah.
much Pauper. I just wanted a playset because I know it's a sideboard card that I will eventually
Yeah,
probably
and
want.
the art is so haunting as well. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
I don't. It's creepy. I
Yeah.
don't like it.
Um
What were we talking about? Reality
uh,
fracture?
Reality Fracture. Yeah, Reality Fracture. Cool set. Maybe. Who knows?
Who
And I
knows
think
what's
the
gonna be in it?
last set is Star Trek, which again, no feelings, haven't seen anything. We'll see. I'm so Wheeler from Loading Ready Run has a made a great point in one of his streams that I listen to when I go to sleep because I need something long form to listen to, and listening to an autistic guy talk about Cube is just what I want. Um,
Oh,
and I'm realizing I just don't need to follow every set. I just don't care. um, I
you're
don't
getting
play.
to the age where certain things matter than other things.
Yeah, like I like playing competitively, but I like playing Canlander for that. I've been I make proxies now. These were test print for my LG. Is it a real card? Um,
Is that
SpongeBob
what the
on the
back of
back.
that sleeve says? Is
Yeah,
that? Oh my god!
it's the Josh wanted these. Um, this little
I
white
can't.
box here is a cutting machine. Um,
I can't. I can't.
so I've been getting like Canlander a lot as like a competitive format, and I just don't have to. worry about a lot of these new sets. Uh,
Yep.
I have my cube, and my cube I'm making only in universe. Um, Not for any
Smart.
principal reasons. I just don't want to have to deal with looking at every UB set. So I'm keeping it as in universe for my sanity. Um,
There's a certain
and
level
yeah,
of purity you're reaching for there, and you're getting awfully close.
listen, it's also a bar cube, so it has no counters, no tokens. So some sets are just not going to have like almost anything for it. Like Lorwyn does not have a lot I can really add to the cube because it's a lot of blight, it has a lot of tokens. And
That's fair, yeah.
it's a typal set, so there's not even that much I can like realistically add um
That's fair.
to it. So, but what's it? He said Canlander Cube Popper Premodern is the
There you go.
mantra.
I like it.
So, yeah, and we'll eventually do a Commander or a Canlander podcast where I gush about that
Sweet.
format because it's was playing we some quick lore. There's this guy Danny at our store. He's like 19, and his brother John will come with him, and John's like 15. So I feel old. They call me Unk. I'm the oldest one who's usually playing there. I hate it.
Oh god.
Hate it so much, but I love it. I like the attention, even though it's from like a 19-year-old. And my friends get in on it. I hate it. But he's like, oh, I haven't played Cantlander before. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, like, here's like Gruul Stompy that I have. Like, I'm like, it's Mana Crypt, Soul Ring, the usual, like, you go fast. Um, Turn one, he plays a dork, great. Plays a dork, plays a dork. I go to blow up one of the dorks, mental missteps me. I'm like, okay, I hate this game. I hate Magic the Gathering. Um, Bloodbraid Challenger. He plays
Nice.
Mana Crypt into Bloodbraid Challenger. Cascading
Taste it.
into um the red Caves of Chaos Adventure. So takes the initiative. I'm like, sick. Next turn, Eldritch Evolution, sacrificing Bloodbraid Challenger, getting Headliner Scarlet, making his board unblockable, escapes Bloodbraid Challenger, cascades into Price of Progress, and then swings for like 20. And I'm like,
You
I'm like, what do I do? I'm like,
That's amazing.
and the joke is I cannot beat this kid. He's like I'm one of the better players for like Flesh and Blood at our store. I have a mental block. I beat him like I'm like 1-7 against him, and I don't know what it is. And then he plays this, and everyone's like, beat his ass, and I'm like, please don't. And then he beats the shit out of me.
I
I'm
mean,
like, okay, magic.
you handed him the deck that defeated you, so I think you can rest on the fact that he did not beat you with his own creation. So
True.
it's like a Frankenstein thing. He is the monster that you created, and so you have no one
Okay,
but yourself but to blame. So
fair. I mean,
good job, Victor.
he also then turn one broadside bombardiered me next turn. He went land Soul Ring, Crow Mox, broadside bombardiers. I'm like, what
There you go.
is? And then I proceeded to lose that game.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I mean, you've seen Frankenstein, right? You've
yeah,
read
it's just
Frankenstein. You know where.
format is garbage. Magic sucks. I'm quitting. No. Oh
I'll take your duels. I'll just
hell no. I
don't.
finally I I finally bought an Ocelot Pride. I have a foil Ocelot Pride. Got a Stoneforge Mystic. Slowly unproxying mono white DNT as much as I
Ugh,
can.
that's just.
So
Ugh.
my buddy, before we get into the Pro Tour talk real quick, my one
Oh, there's still
last
prototype.
yeah,
Yes.
my I was playing a game of Canlander with Eli. He's my best man at my wedding and really good friend. He was
Cool guy. Cool
designing
guy
the
in general.
show. Yeah, and he was playing Gruul Stompy. And he's like, "What do I tutor for in this deck?" Because I've read the Green Stompy deck has a lot of tutors. Um, and I'm like,
Mhm.
usually it's Questing Beast, Headliner, Scarlet are like general, just like rule of thumb, are just good into. I was playing DNT, I was like, generally, Questing Beast is just going to be like a go-to good card. Has a lot of keywords, does a
Yep.
lot of stuff. Um, and so he's like, and I'm looking at his mana, and I'm like, there's no shot you're gonna mana crypt Green Sun into Questing Beast this turn, right? And that's what he did. And I'm like, I'm like, I had the soul read. I'm like, there's no way you're gonna mana crypt
I mean, you
Green
spoke it
Sun
into
me.
existence. You can't blame anyone but yourself at this point.
And he ended up losing still. He's like, I don't think that was the right play. I'm like, I don't either. But he's like, I had to. You read it. And I'm like,
Yeah, you have to do
I'm
the
like,
thing.
there's no way you have that. Like you're
Yeah,
asking to leave a
to do
Green
the
Sun in
thing.
hand, obviously,
Yeah.
because. But I'm like, you're not gonna just Questing Beast me. And the fun thing we like doing in our group is the Questing Beast test, where we'll just like in the middle we'll be like, what is Questing Beast text?
Oh, that's so mean.
Do you know it?
That's cruel. No, okay,
I
hold on. I think I can do that because I played it because it was relevant in modern for a hot minute when the One Ring was out. So 2 GG
Mhm.
4/4.
Yep.
Haste. It
Mhm.
doesn't have first strike. It cannot be blocked by creatures with power 2 or more. Or no, wait. Can only be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. That's the proper phrasing of that. And I'm gonna get the phrasing of this wrong, but damage, combat damage dealt can then if it would deal damage to a player, destroy target planeswalker that player controls. Something to that effect.
Okay, you're wrong. So you're right. 2 green
What?
for a 4/4 vigilance, death touch haste.
Oh God.
Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Combat damage dealt by your creatures can't be prevented. And damage dealt to a player is also dealt to the planeswalker. So whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, deal that much damage to target planeswalker that player controls.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Right? I think I got all this.
Yeah, vigilance, death touch, haste.
Yep.
Cannot be blocked by
Up
creatures
by
with
creature
power 2 or less. Cannot be prevented. When Questing Beast deals damage to an opponent, it deals that much player damage to target planeswalker that player controls. Yeah.
Magic.
Damn. I don't know this.
Your garbage magic. I'm kidding. Let's talk about the Pro Tour.
Yeah.
which you'll never be on. But neither will I, so it's okay.
I got close back in the day. I just couldn't get it to the RCQ that I qualified for.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You could have been a PT player.
Yeah.
Now you're washed.
I was literally moving from Texas to Florida the weekend of my RCQ that I qualified for. Granted, this is well over 10 years ago at this point, it feels like. I gave up my Snapcaster promo and all of that just because I couldn't make it in time.
I just wouldn't have moved. What did RCQ stand for then? Because it wasn't regional championship. Wasn't it?
Or this
It was a PTQ, wasn't it? Because
it was RPTQ. That was what it was.
Regional Pro Tour qualifier.
Yeah.
Because you had like
play it at a regular PTQ. Or PPTQ goes
then
to
the PTQ.
RPTQ. Yeah.
I thought it was like a PPTQ, like a preliminary Pro Tour qualifier,
Yeah,
and then you had a PTQ and then an RPTQ.
Whatever it was, I don't know. I qualified for it and I didn't go.
Unfortunate. But so listen, I'm never gonna PT as much as I want to. I'm just not disciplined enough and not good enough. But that's okay. Simic Bant Rhythm includes deck that's splashed for single red card. That's a funny asterisk on the Pro Tour website.
What is the red card? I have no idea.
What is
I'm looking at the Simic Rhythm decks on MTG Top 8, and I can't find a red card. Oh wait, Melt. Nope, that's not red. That's not red either.
Is there some free red spell?
Okay, so I think it's kind of cheating a little bit because Spider Manifestation is a 1 green-red hybrid 2/2 with reach that taps for red or green, and whenever you cast a spell mana value 4 or greater, you untap it.
I hate Magic Gathering.
That's what they're trying to pass off as a red card.
Maybe. But we have Simic and Bant Rhythm are like a
Yep.
large number of the field.
They're basically the same. It's
Yeah, 37% of the field,
57 and
or
yeah,
sorry,
57 and oh the deck the counts of players, yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
15% and 15.7%.
so
They're
yeah,
basically the same number of
thirty point
players.
seven percent of the field, um, which is a lot for a pretty open
Yeah.
tournament like this. Like, that's a big. What caused this to become a deck? Something from Lorwyn, or is it just discovered
Um,
now?
I
You know?
honestly, I think it's just the power of um Badger Mole Cub, just plain and simple. And I don't know that it's really a it's more of an evolution of like the Simic Agridex that were being played for a while, but just the ability to go and tutor for your Craterhoof Behemoth and just kill them is kind of powerful. I mean,
Yeah.
Formidable Speaker is also really powerful in this deck.
Yeah, because
The
it
two for
finds you
those
your
untapped target permanents.
finds
Yeah,
your
it's a
Crater
creature tutor.
Hoof. Yeah, I
Yeah,
opened that in my pre-release, in my pool, thank God. This is the one card I really wanted from Lorwyn, and this card, like, if you can get a copy, just pick one up. I have a feeling it's gonna stay $20 for a while. Like, it's a commander
Easily.
staple.
It's an EDH
It's
card forever. All yeah.
Yeah, you haven't lived until you've Formidable Speakered, discarding a card, getting Quantum Riddler, and then playing Quantum Riddler because you have no more cards in hand, and then drawing two cards. Um,
You know, it's funny. It reminds me of Survival of the Fittest because
yes.
Survival lets you discard a creature card to go get a creature. So it's like they found a way to fix Survival, but then they also give it an untap clause because
Well,
reasons.
Fauna Shaman was already a Survival of the Fittest
Yeah, Fauna
that
Summon as well. I was
taps,
thinking about Fauna Summon
but
as well. Yeah,
this is an enters trigger, so it's the same mana.
yeah,
Actually, it's better because it's not one green green; it's two green, and it's a one
yeah,
four. It's a 2/4, which is not irrelevant. Um, and it untaps, like, it goes mana positive with enough with one Badgermal cub.
yeah.
Yeah. Um, or Gene
Man,
Pollinator. You don't want
do
Gene
you
Pollinator with
just
it, but
play Fauna Shaman and the speaker and just like
mm-mm. I think
untap?
Fauna Shaman is not legal in standard
No,
anymore.
no, it's not.
It was. I think Fauna Shaman is just too slow. It's a 2-drop. It has 2 toughness. Um,
Yeah,
and you have to discard a creature card. This doesn't care what you discard. This says
yeah.
fine.
Just
Um,
go get it. Yeah,
so yeah, it's
Magic
I'm
cards get better. No way.
surprise Pikachu face. Um, it's cool seeing Craterhoof be played in standard because in Avacyn it just like wasn't in standard. I don't think,
It
right?
absolutely was. Yeah.
Was it okay?
What do we call it? We called it Frights, I think. It was a reanimator deck, and part of the win con was to reanimate a Craterhoof Behemoth and just get
Gotcha.
him.
Yeah, this is just doing fair. Cat, you're gonna rub my mic, aren't you? Yeah, there you go.
Fair
Um,
being ramping out a Craterhoof Behemoth on turn 4. That's fair. Yeah.
I mean, you have points of interaction. It's not like the deck is unbeatable. Like, I feel like decks like this are gonna do really well at the PT, and or someone's gonna have just the soul read on the meta with like a removal package, and it's just gonna like not be an issue. Like we've seen decks like that. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not talking. We've seen decks like this, um, like do really well to PT, and then afterwards just kind of fall off because people just know how to deal with it. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
so we'll see. So then we have Sultai Reanimator, which has been around for a while at this point.
Yep.
Nothing
Which
new
cool
there.
deck. Nope, nothing. I'm looking at the list right now, and the only real innovation is adding copies of Wistfulness, the blue green Elemental incarnation from Lorwyn, which perfectly playable card. Good
Yep.
stuff.
Um, then we have Bant Airbending, which again was a deck that it's a combo deck. So we're
Yep.
seeing these like, I'm assuming how much graveyard hate do these Simics deck have? So Cat, I need you to stop rubbing your face on my mic. I love you though. I've seen like Soul
Um,
Guide Lantern.
yeah,
Oh, Keen
Lantern's
Eye
really
Curator is also really
yeah.
good. All right, so they have like pretty good hate against um
They have some stuff.
yeah. For Unable to Scream. What is that? What is that for? That must be for
In
like
which deck?
I'm just seeing 4 in the sideboard of Simic Rhythm. Um Cat
I'm not seeing. I'm just looking at a different list then.
Yeah, I'm just looking at
Uh,
one that was on second in RCQ. Um
would love to find a list that actually has the card in there. Oh, there we go.
it's
There we go. Oh yeah, the one that turns it into a toy. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I just like I don't know what it's for, what it's like in there for. Like what matchup. Is it Lessons is still hanging around? Is it Elementals is a new one? So that's cool.
Yeah,
Um
it's playing the massive, like, I think it's like the 9-mana elemental from Lorwyn. The Sunder Flock, I think is what it is,
yep, and
which
Eddie
is
Merc
I'm
Crab
all about that. Yeah.
from Bloomborough, which is an elemental crab coincidentally enough. Um
Yep. All about
so it
that. Awesome.
reduces the cost of it and then you just cycliff their creatures and then you hit them in the face. Dimir
Totally
mid
more.
range, which I thought was going to be like sorry, a standout deck after the bannings, but it's been like middle of the road. I thought
Yeah,
Simic mid range
it's
would be a
not
lot
surprising, honestly. Yeah.
I thought it'd be a lot better positioned than where it's at, but what are you gonna do? Not that it's like necessarily bad. It's just not. I thought it'd be like top of the table. Um,
That's fair. It just hasn't gotten any new real technology. I mean, the Bitter Blossom Bearer is a cool piece of tech that makes the deck go a little have a little bit more reach. Um, but beyond that, it hasn't really gotten anything else um,
yeah, I
to
guess.
really push it over the edge.
Yeah, and it had
It's got some copies of the Unagi of Kyoshi Island in the sideboard,
Flittering
but even
Nuisance. I'm
that's
seeing like Flitterwing Nuisance, the
yeah,
one mana.
nuisance. Yeah.
Yeah, it just hasn't got
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot.
I forgot about Familiar Nuisance. Yeah, so there's definitely some technology there, but I just don't know if it's enough, to counteract the power of Badger Bowl Cub.
Yeah,
Like that's just the litmus test of the format right now. If you can't beat that, it's like, what are you doing with your deck?
yeah. 5 color rhythm, which probably doing the same thing, but you get more colors. Cool.
Probably,
Um,
yep.
I don't know what Progenitus maybe or Foundations.
Oh, I didn't even think about Progenitus.
Probably not, but you
Maybe
could.
that's
That's a
cute.
little ambitious, but God, I hope so.
I mean, you rhythm with no matter what. Like your rhythm for Craterhoof, rhythm for Progenitus, sure.
What I mean, that's yeah, fair. I listen. God, I hope someone wins with the Progenitus. That'd be so hot. Um, then Foundations. Then we have what is it? Elementals, Demir Extruder, which is kind of like the Sultai Reanimator
Yep,
idea, but you're just cheating in a big dumb demon.
yep,
Grixis Elementals, which is I guess using Deceit, from what I can tell, in like
yeah,
Ashling.
yep.
So we'll see how Elementals do. Then we have just some like random Jeskai Control, Esper Pixies, Mono Green Landfall. I'm assuming it's going to be running Bristly Bill and Tifa's. Um,
Yep.
and Living on a Prayer. We got some monuments. Let's see. We got Simic Omniscience, Sultai Control, Jeskai Elementals, Grixis Control, Izzet Control, Bulgari Greyfall, Allies, Burn. Someone's playing Roots. Some madman is playing Abzan Roots, and
We need to
whoever
touch
that is,
playing allies. That is
4 color allies.
bold. I mean, I need to understand what compelled them to do this. I mean, you get to play with all the standard cards. Why play a block deck?
I
What are
mean,
they
Lessons is a
thinking?
block deck. Um,
That's supported by other good cards. This is just a block deck. I mean, I guess Cavern of Souls being main-deckable is pretty sweet. I'm not
Listen,
gonna lie, that's
you,
pretty
get- you
sick.
gotta play Qatar the Fearless. You gotta play Paramaya for your allies.
Don't
And then
care.
Sokka. And then you can give your ally. Well, I'm curious what the deck list is and how well it does, or poorly. I
I'm
hope it
looking
does
at it
well.
right here. It's Swift Saviors, Aang at the Crossroad, Avatar Aang. That's kind of cute. So you get to play your red spells in there. I wonder how often they actually flip Avatar Aang. We've got Boiling Rock Rioter, Earth King's Lieutenant, Earth King's Protectors, Earthen Ally. God, this is just.
All right, who's playing Abzan Roots? I need to see this list.
Boy, this is rough.
I need to see who's playing Abzan Roots right this moment.
If I could give the person playing allies some credit, their deck is basically 99% rares and only allies at last and Earth Kingdom Protectors are the only uncommons in the deck. Like, it's just maxing out on rarity, which is
Okay.
most standard decks anyway, but still.
Abzan Roots looks sweet. This new Roots deck. Hold on, I'm gonna send you the MTG Goldfish link.
Please do, please do.
I'm gonna be building this on Arena the second we hang up.
Oh, I see a Bellmark in here. I'm already on board.
Bloodghast,
Okay.
Cosmogoyf, Emptiness.
Oh
Oh
no.
yeah, baby. Oh baby.
It's not even really Abzan. That's
Look
so
at that
misleading.
sideboard. That sideboard has Ketramos, Clarion Conqueror, Doorkeeper Thrall. We got Ruthless Lawbringer in the main. We got Emptiness.
You know what I like about this?
It's
So,
hot.
well, yeah, but if you maybe like hit me over the head and told me this was a modern deck, I might actually believe you.
This deck looks sweet. I gotta play
It does look so.
Cosmogoyf. I gotta play Cosmogoyf, and it's not a meme.
So that means you already have your Cosmogoyfs from drafting Edge of Eternities, or you're gonna waste wild cards on Cosmogoyf. One of those things is not the right thing to do, I should say.
I listen. You know what? I don't need your negative attitude here, Alex. Okay. If I
I'm
wanted
just saying,
your
rare wilds.
now,
Rare wilds
listen.
are valuable,
In
and
my defense,
Cosmogoyf is not valuable.
unfortunately, this deck did get 61st and went 2 and 3. So maybe I shouldn't play it, but God, do I want to? Um, it looks so fun.
What is a Cosmogoyf even worth? $1?
Yeah, it's like a buck or something.
It's worse than that. They're like 40 cents a pop because these are the total prices for all the cards,
How much?
all copies included.
There's like a pretty version of it, isn't there? Oh
God,
no,
I
it's just
hope so.
there is, and it's 85
For your sake, I
cents.
hope there is.
Oh God, I want it. It's an elemental. We can play it in elementals. Don't,
Yeah,
but we can.
you have.
Hear me out. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. All right.
We're gonna make it through an entire episode without mentioning Soul Cauldron.
Absolutely
I thought
not.
we were gonna do it.
It's the Agatha Soul Cauldron podcast. Call it the Cauldron
The
Cast.
the official mascot of this cast is now Cosmogoyf.
Inside an Agatha Soul Cauldron.
Get the Cosmogoyf tattoo on your arm. I need it. I need you to do it.
Look at the art I sent you on Discord.
I see it.
It's hot.
It's cool.
You're a hater.
But you will spend hard-earned American money on that, and I just don't know if I can.
I've spent more money on dumber things.
That's fair, so have I.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We're like an hour and a half in. Alex,
Yeah.
where can people find you?
You can find me over on Blue Sky and nowhere else. Alex0088 or under Absolute Alex. I post a crap ton about comic books. That's kind of my other jam now, aside from Magic. If you are cool and you follow me, I might just follow you back. So roll the dice.
If you couldn't guess from the sign, I'm Ben with Bathroom Brews MTG. I still haven't decided if we're putting this on a separate channel or I'm just uploading it to Bathroom Brews MTG. I guess let me know in the comments if you think I should set up a separate channel for the Magic Boomer podcast. I might, but
Boom.
who knows? In that note, we will see.
Hold on. How many
Yes.
booms does this episode get?
Roll a dice. Roll d20.
Oh,
18.
yes, 18 booms. Boom.
All right, I'm ending the stream or the
God,
recording.
that's terrible. Oh, get us out of this. Let us escape this hellscape.
Bye. Buy Cosmoglyphs. Investment.